There we go.
Himself and the Kyra sister character totally didn't threaten us.
Yeah, of course. Stuff like that. I will not confirm nor deny any part of it, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Viewers, I hope you guys have a good night and enjoy the show I have planned. Let's see what kind of crazy nonsense our crew gets into tonight. Eventually,
I guarantee you that Kyra's character will still hate my character by the end of this session.
Why? What are you planning?
That is
nothing.
possible.
You're just gonna hate my character for no reason.
My character has plenty of reason. Did you watch that session?
You guys were actively lying to my character.
We don't trust you yet.
Yeah, your character had no evidence that we were lying.
Anyways, you could discuss character backgrounds and relationships maybe later. We're burning oil right now, so it's kind of like, yeah, no, we're going to keep going. Anyways, we are going to go ahead and hop on in. Let's see here. To Warcraft, Fangs of the Moon, Episode 19, The Echoes of the Dream. Our party investigated a small house, believing it to be connected to a group known as Twilight. Afterwards, the heroes planned for a little R&R. A bath and sleep sounded good to one, dinner and armor polish to another, and an evening out with an old flame for the last. But it seems not all was right with Anuli Eagerpoem, who seemed to be under the weather. There should be a word there. There's not. Oh well. After a quick and knowing glance, he confessed to Oriana that he was infected with the plague. Seeking a moment of peace before his end, he seemed to hope that just an evening would suffice. Oriana convinced him to undergo a risky stasis treatment so that he would live. Now her task has her venturing into the Emerald Dream, where Audric must venture as well. What will become of this trip, and how does this relate to the mysterious Mindspring? Well then, I'm going to go ahead and flip that over. Alright. As Valisar guides each of you towards the Mage Towers and the portal sections specifically, since y'all had indicated that you were going to leave New Lordaeron as soon as possible. Mostly because Anuli doesn't really have much time, so as he guides each of you there, the city seems to be kind of busy and full of joy, and most seemingly just unaware of the events that are surrounding them. As you get to the Mage Tower, you see a couple of individuals. Oriana, you notice really quick that Tyrande Whisperwind is standing outside.
Wait, where are we?
You're heading in New Lordaeron. You're heading towards the Mage Towers to get the portal to Darnassus.
Great. Have we slept?
Yes.
What time of day is it? We slept.
You've slept since you're
putting him in stasis.
Yes, you have.
Oh yay! Because I have spells.
Oh, I was gonna summon my steed.
You were going to summon your steed.
So I have my steed, and then I can just have it follow us. My Velociraptor. Also, I'm gonna. It's gonna be a fiend, because I can summon it as a Fae. I can summon it as one of the three.
Hello, I'm a paladin with a fiend Velociraptor mount.
Yeah, so it can walk around undetected by all the evil things, and I can have a telepathic link with it, and it's awesome. So,
but if it ever gets out of your control, then it'll be evil.
That's not how paladin mounts work.
That's not how paladin mounts work. No.
Yeah.
Okay. They're divine beasts given to him by his deity.
Okay.
Or
it's also known as an enslaved demon.
I mean,
That's just what you
awesome.
do.
I can ride him, and it will be epic. Because he's gonna look way cooler as a fiend than if he's anything else.
So what does he look like?
Yeah.
I haven't figured out exactly what he's gonna look like.
When you do, you've got a couple of weeks. When you do, give me a picture of him, and I'll see if I can't get a token made.
I will. I forgot I was gonna do that. That's my bad. But I was gonna do that so that I could regain my spell slots and everything else. So.
Okay.
Yay, I have spells again. It's glorious.
For now, anyways. Okay, so we'll back up just a second. You go ahead and summon your steed. It does look like a velociraptor. When you do get me a description of him, I will go ahead and start editing that in. Start using that.
Hang on. Let me. While you guys do other character things, I'm gonna see if I have an idea. I'm just gonna.
Okay. Anyways, going back towards the mage towers, the portal tower, and specifically, Oriana, you see that Tyrande Whisperwind is standing outside. She's been talking with Jaina and a few other people. As she turns and sees you, she immediately drops what she's doing and she comes over and hugs you.
I normally hate hugs, but I feel like I can't say no to Tyrande, so I just kind of do this. Yeah.
Okay. She whispers in your ear, I know. I'll take care of him.
Thanks.
And then she puts you out at arm's length, hands on your shoulders, and goes, it'll be okay.
I'm not really sure why you had to touch me to say that. But cool, thanks. Yeah. Cool.
And she then walks off towards what you assume is the center of the city. Seems to be towards the glowing center of the city, so you figure that's where she's headed. Everybody else walks by you, and they look at you, look at your party. There's no suspicion thrown across, and Jaina nods at you knowingly, knowing what you're doing. The portals are ready to take you wherever you wish.
Right.
And,
So, to Darnassus then, I guess.
and she bows and lets you guys through towards the door. You go in. The portal to Darnassus is there. Seems to be already up and running. There's a couple of gnomes, one of which is complaining a little bit, but nothing much more than that. Apparently he thinks the other one's not putting enough effort into it, and it's just kind of like, Felix, put a little more magic into it. This is not going to work. And back and forth between the two. And they banter a little bit, and the portal seems to be quite stable, and they say, hurry up! The one known as Felix is going, yeah, this pansy can't keep up. Don't worry, take your time.
Thank you. We appreciate your efforts. Audric, do you want me to go first, or are you going to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Valisar had already went in before you guys, so... And as you, each one of you...
I wait for,
Audric,
no.
Katesh.
Katesh. I was gonna call him Castiel. Oh my god, that's supernatural. No, I have a hard time remembering his name.
It's no telling.
I wait for Audric and Katesh to go first, and I will go third.
Okay. I'm assuming Katesh jumps on in as soon as he sees an opening. Okay. As each of you go through, seems to be a fairly peaceful ride. Nothing major going on. It's just a portal. You step in. You're at one time you're in Lordaeron, the next time you're in Darnassus, particularly at the Temple of the Moon. Very green, has a nice marble statue in the center. Are you going to follow Valisar, or are you going to go off on your own? Derail the campaign, or follow?
We will follow him.
Okay. As you guys follow, he takes you throughout Darnassus, which is a very beautiful forested city. Oriana, to you, it's like, yeah, I've been here before. Audric, you and Kitesh, you both look around, and it is, for you, Audric, it is a complete and utter marvel. There are trees that are growing that have houses built into them and built from them at the same time, and it looks astounding. Kitesh, these elves can build. I mean, good night. You're not used to seeing this kind of architecture. It's very different, very woodsy, and it's both unnerving because it's the woods, and at the same time comforting because it just looks peaceful. And as you guys all continue on, and you're typing secrets, and no, I actually have a moving one of that particular one, so if you want, I can make that one. I have to jump over and grab it from another board, but I can do that one. I actually have one that's animated.
Sure.
Whether or not it'll crash is another story.
Well, I'm fine. I also have all the dinosaur models from my one shot. I could probably find one that would work for it too.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you could just make a token and use that as the image if all else fails.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see what happens. We'll see if that table will let me copy and take more models from there or not, because it had a fit last time I tried to, which was sad.
And it'll explode my computer.
I was trying.
I will. Yep. Chilling out in Elfland with a fiend Velociraptor. Well, a fiend. Sorry, I forget what the exact actual D&D beyond class of that is. It's
just a raptor.
No, it's called something else. It has a different name.
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
I'll find it.
Well, as you guys walk through, you do note that the Sentinels are taking or at least who you would guess would be the guards, are taking note of you, Kitesh, and they're not doing anything. It looks like they've seen stranger, but at the same time, not quite one that is troll specific. Raptors tend to be troll specific, and you're being a little bit different by going with that as a gnome. So they're kind of eyeing you a little closely, but you guys seem to pass through the city.
Isn't this the first time we've seen Benedict?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're walking through the city, and I don't care. I've been here before. I'm just kind of ignoring the scenery. I just look over and see this raptor following us.
Yep. He's just following you guys and just...
Kitesh. What's the deal with the dino?
All right. Well, I finally figured. I've been trying to get this to work for a while. Finally, last night, figured out how to summon him from the. And this is Benedict. Say hi, Benedict. He's my steed. Technically, it's a thing that we paladins do. But I finally figured out.
Hi, Benedict. I'm Oriana. And the grumpy one is Audric.
So yeah, the way that the paladin steeds work is it's like fairly semi-intelligent. So it raises Clyde. Benedict raises Clyde. You know? It's kind of got like some like little flames like coming around his body a little bit. Like his eyes are glowing. He's very fun.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons why the Sentinels are watching you very closely.
I'm tempted to take 10 minutes so I can use speak with animals. I can say hi to it, but we'll wait for later. I'll just say hi to it.
Okay.
Also, be prepared for a fun voice for him when you speak to him.
Oh, okay. Now I really need to do that.
We can take 10 minutes. We're just walking.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to take
It's
10
gonna
minutes
take a
to
minute.
cast speak with animals.
Okay. You
That's
get,
a ritual spell.
yeah.
I lead them since I know casting ritual requires him to have like a space to do it in. So I lead him to like one of the trees I used to sit out as a child, as what's his face? Velasar. Velasar goes to do the things. I just say, Velasar, if you'll just be a moment, we want to kind of get ourselves ready for the meeting. It will just be there in a couple of minutes. I want to show them some things that I did when I was a child.
All right. And he looks over at his companion and nods towards you guys, and the giant black-furred cat starts kind of stalking towards you guys in a guarding fashion, not aggressive, but just seems to be keeping an eye on you as he heads on forward.
And I turn to them and say, Audric, if you're going to do this, I know the perfect spot. And I lead him over to one of my favorite trees, and it has like it's almost like a willow tree, and it's tall, and it has these like purplish leaves that come down, but it has a little outcropping, and there's like little flowers that form a perfect circle in a sitting position that I took care of and tended to because I wanted to impress my dad, who's a druid, and be like, look, I can garden. He didn't really ever care because he's like, whatever, it's plants. But I really liked it, and so this is where I would read and stuff. So I take him over to that spot.
Okay. She takes you over to that spot. You see, it's rather peaceful over here. I think I know which spot you're talking about. I've been there before. And plenty of space for you to cast, and go for it.
Cross-legged, in between, like, not directly in between, but kind of like where Audric and Benedict are, so that I can watch him cast the spell and watch them talk.
Okay. You have ample space to cast your spell. You ritually cast speak with animals, and Benedict is staring right at you.
Hello.
Tucks his head on him. Hello, Flishling. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Excellent. I've heard that you can have fangs. Is that true?
Yep. I'm a druid, so I can shapeshift into different animals.
We'll rend our foes together then.
You also fight. Well, then I look forward to having you in the pack. What did you do before Katesh summoned you?
Well, before I was summoned, I wasn't as smart as I am now. I remember glorious days of hunting wild animals, slashing at them with my claws, protecting the pack. My pack was all dead, though.
What happened to them?
Do not remember exactly. Things are a little bit fuzzy. My mind changed when I was summoned.
Well, it's good to have you along, I guess.
I look forward to tearing your foes to pieces.
I
you have
don't know what
anything
you're
that you wanna
saying,
say?
but Audric, you look really uncomfortable, and he looks really into this conversation.
Well, I mean, I guess I wouldn't. That's just me as the player, because like I feel like wolves wouldn't talk that much differently. so like I feel like I would be sort of used to it. Now looking at that, I'm uncomfortable.
No, work on that, Kyrath. I can only roleplay based on what he's doing super great over there.
My master
Do you
has
have
suggested
any-
that he likes to ride you still, and that I will be his swift-footed assassin.
Yeah, that sounds really great. So do you have any
He can defend you
messages?
with his mighty shield, and I can slash at foes from behind.
If I needed his protection, then I guess that would work.
And also, if I fall in combat, I can be summoned with my greater strength back again. I don't think you have
I
that
think so.
ability.
No, not quite. So is there anything you'd like to say to Oriana while we're speaking?
I'm just waving and smiling at the two of them. I'm really enthused about this.
Yeah, all you're hearing is like squawking and screeches. And it's kind
That's
of
very. I've seen Audric talk to animals before. It always fascinates me.
I look forward to seeing her prowess in combat. Hunter of the night.
He says that he looks forward to seeing your prowess in combat.
Oh, I don't really have prowess in combat. I'm more like heal people.
Can he understand what she said?
Yes, he can understand. He can, yes. I could have been mean and made him understand Gnomish, so only I could talk to him, but that seemed less useful. So, he understands regular English.
common.
Common, yeah, whatever. It's English, okay.
I am a fan of fire, though. I do tend to use a lot of fire in my combat. You're very pretty. I like the way you're colored.
It nods a little bit.
I've never seen anything like you before, and I've been all over the place. And I've been around a lot of animals. My dad's a druid, like him, but I've never seen... Hey, Audric! Now that you've seen him, couldn't you technically transform into him?
Probably.
That would be awesome!
Would it?
What
Well,
combat
then we
level
have
is a
two
wolf?
of you.
I think a wolf is a higher combat level.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wolf is what?
A wolf is
The
one.
clawfoot raptor is so the steed. The most powerful steeds are quarter combat level. So
Quarter
yeah,
level.
the wolf
yeah.
is much better. Yeah. So the clawfoot raptor, he only has 16 health, but he can run 50 feet, so he's pretty speedy. And he claws
Katash.
things to death.
Why'd you name him Benedict?
I didn't name him. That's his name.
Oh. Benedict? Why is your name Benedict?
I gained intelligence. It sounded regal. You just hear.
Audrey. Audrey.
Mm-hmm.
What'd he say?
He said that when he gained intelligence, it sounded regal.
Oh, are you a royal dinosaur?
No, but my intelligence raises me above the rest of them, so I guess now I am.
Audrey. What are you doing? You're like not even paying attention.
I'm looking at my notes. Okay. Okay, so, fine, I will pay attention more to this conversation. Update my notes later. Okay, so, he said that he is not royal, but that now his intelligence elevates him above the rest of his kind.
Ah, so you're above the rabble now. Welcome to the club.
Perhaps we can move faster if I have my master stand on. Ride me. He has short legs.
He is very small,
Yes.
yes. He doesn't even, he like
Hey,
reaches my knee.
hey! You can't understand. You can't understand him.
I'm assuming he's just telling me this stuff.
You just hear me say, yes, he does have very short legs. Benedict said that Kota should ride him so he could move faster.
Well, he only reaches about my knees, so that makes sense.
Yeah, well, we're kind of just taking a stroll anyway. Are we in a hurry somewhere?
I don't know, Shorty.
On a tour.
I don't know, Shorty. Even if we are in a hurry, it's not like we can get anywhere fast with you.
Yeah.
Probably
Alright, Benedict, let's go. Yeah, he just hops on. Benedict just like bows down and just like he just starts like running off. Gotta catch up.
Really hey, if you transformed into a raptor, could you make yourself slightly bigger and then I could ride you like he's riding him?
Yes, but that would be a waste of my strength for today in case.
But it would be really fun. But it would be really fun.
It could be.
And I would look really awesome riding a raptor.
Yeah.
Please.
It doesn't seem very practical.
Ah, you can take a nap and then we'll be fine.
Well, it's fine. I'll ride Audric and you
works.
can ride Benedict, and everything will be fine. And we're a party of 4 that has 2 squares and can move really speedy. We're like a cavalry unit now, guys, with a warg and a raptor. Yes, I know you're not a warg, you're a direwolf, but you know.
Wait, so what are the raptors? They're combat level 1/4.
They're clawfoot raptors. Yeah, it's like yes.
What is their CR then?
The CR is 1/2.
Oh, 1/2. So I could summon 4
That's right,
raptors, then we could have 5 raptors.
You can summon them.
Yeah, he has summoned
With conjure animal.
Conjure Animal, yeah. Fine, your lameness. I guess I'll just follow them. I just walk.
Well, he kind of
stomp
he's
as I walk.
circling around because like he ran just for, and then they're just kind of running around waiting for you guys to figure out where we're going because there's nothing else to do.
And it appears to be a very peaceful time in Darnassus, and you see Corso taking a bath at this moment, waiting for you guys to get done.
Who's taking a bath?
The giant panther.
Oh, okay. I forgot it was a panther, and I was like, "There's a dude taking a bath. Nice, awesome, great."
I should have specified, don't worry.
Like, well, okay, I mean, to each his own. Maybe he was really dirty. To show my protesting of not being allowed to ride a raptor through the town, I cast prestidigitation to make my skin red, and I furrow my brow, and I walk through the streets with my arms crossed, and I go through. I walk through where Velasar is.
Okay. As you guys walk, Corso seems to follow in behind you guys and guide you off to where Velasar is. He's easily found. He's at the far end of the tree. By the way, you guys are like, elevation-wise, you're like 10,000 some odd feet up. So if you have in your character background thoughts a fear of heights, you're about to become very fearful of heights. As you guys approach Velasar, he seems to be booking passage and getting things set up with a captain. And hopefully things don't die. Please switch over. Please switch over. Please switch over. Yay. Everybody come across. 4% on Zariana. Okay. Kyrath is at 61. Oh gosh.
It looks like we're on fire. That doesn't look good.
No.
I'm at 78 for 80%.
You guys
Yes, we're in
are not on
Darnassus. Why
fire.
are we on a floating ship now?
You will be. It's docked at Darnassus.
And it has flamethrowers pointing at its own deck.
It's
Yeah,
a
this
ring of
seems
fire.
like a bad move.
It's actually a ring of magical fire.
Oh, that
Ooh.
goes all the way around it. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Benedict is very excited by this.
Yes.
Oh, he likes fire, does he? Well,
He is flaming. He like a little bit, like, but not like actual
That's
fire.
true.
But like, he looks flaming. So like, he likes flamey things.
Yeah, no comment.
Plane he came from is very flamey.
Yeah, I know about the YouTube terms of service. I'm not happy with them, but yeah. There we go. Anyways, as you guys approach, Valisar turns and looks at all of you and says, "We have passage." The Star Song's Tia will help us get to Moonglade. The journey should take about a week's time.
Great. Another week-long boat.
Would you prefer to walk there? It would take about 6 months to walk.
No, we'll take the boat. Just who flies this boat?
Who flies this boat? That would be... I believe the ship's captain's name was Dakota. What did I... Dakota Fortotum.
And what is the temperament of this person?
You'll have to meet him. I'm not good at judging people's temperaments. I'm better at making them look like pincushions.
Well, that's a useful skill too.
It has its uses. And as you guys board the ship, the wood on the ship looks different. Oriana, you recognize it, and no big deal to you. It's night elven wood, so it's got a slight purple hue to it, but you recognize it. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Audric, you and Katesh, you look at the boat, and it feels different. You're used to being on the wooden ships that sail across the sea, and the wood there being very stale and stagnant. Audric, particularly you can smell that this wood is different. It's still alive.
Hey, Oriana, why is this wood still alive?
Has to do with the enchantments and the way that they craft it. It's kind of, well, you know, druids here. Everything that they do is to be one with nature, so I don't exactly remember what my father told me, but it has something to do with, like, an agreement with the trees and they being
So
one.
an agreement with the trees involves surrounding it with fire?
Well, that's new. I haven't seen that before.
Fascinating. I wonder how it works. That is kind of cool.
I mean, I bet you can ask someone. Druids, the elves aren't really that tight-lipped about things. They like showing off. As I am evidence of.
As you guys board the ship, you notice there are several night elves on board. One or two humans, not very many. They seem to be more deckhands than anything else. And there's also a few creatures that are much larger than night elves. Seem to be quite a bit larger. And if you have any background with them, they're Tauren. If not, they look like cows. Bovines, and they are extremely tall. For you, Katesh, you're glad you're riding your raptor right now, because you don't even come up to their knees.
Yeah. Are you still having your talk to animals? How long does that last for?
That's probably worn off. I think it only lasts for like 10 minutes or something.
Okay, never mind. You hear nothing.
Yeah.
The horn honks.
You just kind of see Benedict is just staring at the cow people.
Cow people.
I don't recommend actually attacking them.
Well, no, he's just wondering what he's like. I don't know what those are. Like, are they bipedal cows? Like, what's the deal?
Okay, let me go pick up my stat sheet on them.
He's not gonna attack him.
Okay.
Because Katesh isn't gonna have him let him attack him.
Okay.
He just wants to know what the deal is with the bipedal cows.
His dinner is walking. Curious.
I mean, he's also like not a regular raptor, so he doesn't really need to eat things. But you know,
He probably still remembers the taste of beef steak, which is amazing.
It just looks like fun. So
yeah, something like that. Anyways, you guys seem to now have passage booked upon the Star Song's tiers, and Valasar seems to be guiding you towards the lower decks where your beds are and such. If you want to follow, you can. If not, you can explore the ship. Oh, I have my Xerex up. Okay. That's not...
I'll follow him down to my bedroom. And just
I'll follow.
You know, same old, same old. I've been on plenty of night elven ships.
Yeah.
So the flame thing. So it's just a ring of fire. There's not like an emission point for the ring of fire. So it's like clearly like a magical fire.
It is a magical fire. As you look, you notice it's. Go ahead and make a perception check, so I know how much you see. Because there's
Nothing, because my perception score is garbage. Can I make my Velociraptor roll in a perception check? Because he is much better at it than me.
I got 26.
I rolled a 1. Oh yeah. My yes, he has a +5 to his perception. Can my raptor roll up?
Because Katesh has a -3 to perception.
Oh, Benedict rolled a 19.
Benedict sees a ring of fire emanating from some point in space. It seems to be emanating from these rings, but he doesn't know much more than that. Looks cool.
Oh, yeah, because he's a raptor.
Yeah. Contextualizing technology is a little bit harder for him to do.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Audric, your role, however, reveals you can see that the rings are more than just rings. They're actually elements of the fire plane. And that whoever built the ship put those rings of fire on each side to act as a kind of like the balloon on a zeppelin. It grants the ship the ability to fly.
This is a very cool ship design.
What makes it cool? Well, I mean, aside from the really, like, the living wood and the floaty fire ring, which is just kind of neat, I guess. Very cool.
Did you ask a question?
I did. I said, what makes it cool?
Okay,
Aside
I didn't
from
really hear the very beginning.
I just imagine Audric just looks glares and was like,
No, I just didn't hear the very
I shall
beginning
not
of what you
share.
said. I wasn't sure if you said what makes it.
Whenever you don't respond to Katesh, Benedict's just gonna like nudge you with his nose, like, "Hey, pack buddy." Like, hello, you there?
He's like, well, the rings of fire seem like they're actually part of the fire plane, and they're holding the ship up and allowing it to fly.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Oh, wait. Oh, I should have totally. Oh, I should have stopped at the chapel so we could, get the hammer more charged up. Shoot. We're about to leave, aren't we? Are we already leaving? Did we leave already?
You look back and it appears that some of the deckhands are pulling ropes off the tree or off of Darnassus and seem to be about ready to embark.
Nah, whatever. Too late. Don't want to. I won't inconvenience them all. Whatever. Wait, she's a priestess. She could just make a chapel on the boat, right? That she can do that.
I don't think that's how it works.
I guess there'd be rules.
Sorry.
Oh, well.
I don't have the sanctuary spell.
Darn. That'd be really useful. It's like, oh, here's a new chapel. Poof! Power up. Poof! Power up. Just travel 20 feet. Put a new chapel down. You're good. Boom!
My goal is to start a church every 20 feet.
You can never have too many churches.
No.
That could be interesting. Anyways, as you guys follow Valasar down into the holds of the ship, he leads you into a very spacious. That's one of the weird things is this ship is very spacious and quite large. The bedding areas, it seems to be quite a number of them in the lower holds, and he takes you to one that has a set of 3 bunks. And it seems he's booked the entire room for everyone.
Cool, so we just got to sit here for... Wait, last time you guys were on a boat, you got attacked by zombies, right? So... Logic follows that something worse is going to happen on this trip, especially if leaks happen and people know what we're doing here. Whisper really quietly.
Wait, am I with them or am I downstairs now? I thought I went.
If you went with them, then you're down there with them.
Okay.
I thought you went down there with them too, so...
Wait, you're worried about leaks?
Hey, the other thing wasn't a leak. It was helpful information during a briefing about missions. Totally different scenario, okay? Totally different.
What about leaking all the information to the innkeeper about us?
What was that? Okay, here's the deal. When everybody knows who you are in friendly places, they give you stuff and they help you out. Okay? When you're on a secret mission to a secret place to get a very secret thing, when there's clearly people that oppose us, then obviously you don't just tell everybody about the secret things. I do know
You've heard of
what a secret...
spies and enemy infiltrators before, right?
Yeah. Did I tell anybody about what we're actually doing? No.
You just told them all about who we are. And that kind of information can make its way into the wrong hands.
I don't really know that much about you, so they don't really... All they know is that you found the Ashbringer, but they probably already knew that, seeing as you carried it through the streets. Like, that information readily available.
Then why did you have to tell people? Obviously it wasn't that available.
For spies, readily available, because they're gathering information. Who is speeding the process along to the barkeepers who are friendly. Saying things about past accomplishments. Did I say anything about like weaknesses? Or like, oh, this person is not good at this thing, this person is not good at that thing? No, I did not. I just talked about how awesome you were. So I don't see how that is a problem. Oh, at the most, it'll make people scared of us.
Or it'll allow our enemy to track us down.
Again, they already probably, if they were paying attention in the city, they saw you carrying the Ashbringer, so they know what you look like already. And also,
That's
isn't
not...
your sister the evil person? Like, they already know about you, because you're, like, her main rival is, like, super involved in this evil nonsense, and you, your sister is, like, evil now and undead. So, like, they might have, you know, more information than I do about you.
Yes, because
so
you totally knew about that when you told our secrets.
I didn't tell any secret. I didn't. All I was talking about is how you had the Ashbringer. That's, like, the, like, secret.
And our identities.
Right. But as aforementioned, the enemies already know your identities because, again, chief rival, Oriana's, you know, main enemy, your sister, they kind of already know your
And
deal.
again, you didn't know this when you told our identities to everyone. So that's not an excuse.
There's a knock at y'all's door. You better settle down.
Question the deckhands, like, if it was a good spy. Oh, I'm not being that loud. Being quiet.
Sit down. We're about to take off.
Oh, sit down.
Yeah. A deep voice comes from behind the door. And a few moments later, you feel the ship lurch away from the tree, and all of a sudden, the ring of fire ignites quite. Word go away. So okay.
Vivaciously.
That'll work. Vivaciously, and just pushes the entire ship faster at a speed than you guys have been used to ever. Faster than a hippogriffin, for sure.
Right. But what I'm saying is that, like, the people on board your ship knew who you were. So if there was a spy worth his salt, he would have found out who you were anyway.
I see that your brain cannot comprehend the logic of my argument.
What I'm saying is a spy would know who you were anyway, and having people who are friendly to you know that you're awesome is helpful.
Oriana's just in her room, like, getting ready, like, getting her room all ready for a long, week-long journey. Maybe saying a couple prayers. She's just, like, totally oblivious to this little this little fight going on down the hall.
That's isn't fighting. He's just explaining.
It's just, like, passive-aggressive fighting.
Yeah, point of order, you guys are in the same room. You just have 3 sets of bunks. It's a fairly
Oh,
large
we're in the same room?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, so I'm just listening to this on my bed?
Yeah. Well, Balasar's being distracting because he's putting up a curtain for you, but that's it.
Okay, so he's putting up a curtain for me.
He's being nice.
That is hilarious. Alright, if I'm listening to this bigger and eventually I'm just gonna, are you two girls gonna stop, like, for 5 minutes? Or are we gonna continue arguing about who's prettier?
We don't need to argue about that one.
Oh, then what's the correct answer?
Benedict is clearly the correct answer.
That is the correct answer. Audric, for the 100th time, we've been over the fact that he can't keep secrets. Moving on, we just accept this as part of his flaws and we love him anyway.
If you just admit that he was wrong...
He's not going to, that's his second flaw. We also knew this.
A, can keep secrets. B, the information I shared was relevant and useful at the time. C, your problem is you don't trust anybody to do anything nice for you, and then you end up on your own all the time. Like, you guys almost didn't want me to come along, and then you guys would be on your own. You
almost didn't want to come along.
Because you were very vague and not helpful, and it seemed like...
Oh my gosh, you're beating his dead horse.
Didn't really want me along.
Is there any food, Balasar?
Yes, there is. There should be a commissary.
Someone bring us food, please. Maybe if your mouths are stuffed, you'd stop talking.
I whispered to Audric, does she, like, take this seriously, like, ever? Or, like, is she just... Wasn't her, like, significant other just she seemed very calm and, like, nonchalant right now. Is this, like, her putting on an act, or is this just her? Like, I'm just wondering.
That's just her.
Like, are you sure she's not just trying to act brave? She's, like, distraught on the inside. Should we, like, maybe do something about that?
I think she's good.
Would you be good? Are you good at the moment?
No, I'm not. Would you like to admit that you were wrong?
Oh, this is what you're upset at, not by your sister showing up in the middle of the meeting.
I can't do anything about that right now.
You guys mind if
That
I put
worded
some
better,
incense
probably.
out?
But also, were you
No,
guys keeping
that's great. Okay.
potentially useful
I start
information
putting
secret during the meeting?
incense.
Also, yes. So could I have worded it better, or phrased it better, or handled it better? Probably. But did the information need to be told at the meeting? Yes. Yes, it did.
I don't deny that it was important information. I'm saying that you handled it very poorly.
Probably could have handled it better. But useful information that you guys were holding onto secrets like they were some sort of currency during a briefing that was supposed to be, like a meeting where we shared information. And I was kind of annoyed, honestly.
So why was Prince Gallywix looking at you strangely? I see. Information.
Honestly, I don't even remember.
Well, isn't that very convenient?
I honestly have no idea. I have no clue. This is me. I'm the novice. Katet doesn't remember that happening. He has no idea.
If you don't believe
I need more
him-
context.
Yeah, if you don't
Need more
believe him,
context.
you can roll insight just to see.
Okay,
When was this? I don't think I wrote this
So
down in
we're
my
at the
notes. When did this happen?
Okay,
I need more context than at the meeting. When was it?
the meeting of nations with everybody there just before.
Oh yeah, I know what the
26.
meeting is.
Okay, when you were in there, Prince Gallywix, a goblin, was looking at you because you're a gnome.
Oh, he's the goblin dude. Oh,
Yes.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember who it was. That's my problem.
That's what I
That-
was thinking.
Oh, really? Really? He's a goblin. Okay, goblins and gnomes hate each other. Like, you don't know that? Like, that's a thing. Like, we go to war all the time. So,
Okay,
they just don't.
you can roll deception or persuasion, whichever one you're trying to do. You don't have to say which.
I'm not roll. I'm just saying that I have to roll. I'm telling the truth. Why do I have to roll for that?
That would be persuasion.
He's rolling a perception check to see if I'm telling the truth or
insight,
not. Why do I have to?
To see
Why do I have
if
to
you
roll?
if you want to deceive, you can. If you don't have to.
No. Why am I rolling though? I'm literally just telling the truth. And he rolled
yeah, but you're
but he rolled a high perception check, so he should know I'm telling the truth because he rolled a 26 on his perception.
You are.
He rolled a 26. He's very convinced.
He's
He
not
knows.
trusting of you.
I
right.
can't control the mind. Yeah, but
He's
he
not
knows I'm telling
trusting
the
you
truth.
right
Whether or
now.
not he decides to
He-
do that with the. Fine.
Meanwhile, trying to drown out the argument happening behind her, Oriana's
Yeah,
recounting
well, I've
her
got like
ABCs
my
and Naga.
persuasion is a +6. I rolled a 16.
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, I was assuming that you had like robbed him in a business deal or killed one of his relatives or something. The way he was looking at you.
Paladin. I don't steal stuff. I have a really gravelly voice, yes, there's not, and I like talking to bartenders because they are very helpful to me and they give me information when they know that I am, a paladin. So, we good now?
Yes.
Cool. Awesome.
Priestess, if you
Well,
need
dear.
me, I'll be out in the commissary.
Can't click.
Also, should we see if Benedict's agile enough to go grab some food? That'd be kind of fun.
Grab some food.
I don't know. Oriana was yelling about food.
Yeah, look.
Wait, what is Benedict gonna do to grab food? We're on a boat.
Well, he's gonna go find where the food on the boat is, and then he's gonna bring it to us.
Oh. Sure, that sounds like it could be fun.
Alright, Benedict, here's what I want you to do. So, you're gonna just go over there, and actually, never mind, that's a bad idea. No, because he kind of looks scared. No, never mind. People on the ship aren't used to him yet. That's a bad idea. I thought better of it. Anywho, so we got a week on the ship, so we're gonna make sure we don't get attacked by anything. We're gonna take watches on this, right?
Right.
I think that would be a
Guards
good
on
idea.
our ship.
Well, last time we spent our journey trying to pull pranks on people, so we might as well.
And our journey
Just-
ended up being awesome. So I'd say it was a successful and well spent time.
Except for the part where we got ambushed.
But we survived, and like, I think one person died, and that's not bad. And also, we got the Ashbringer, and like, came back. We were awesome heroes after that journey. I'm really not seeing why we should change up anything we did before.
Well, does Benedict need to sleep? Can he keep watch?
No, that's a good point.
That is an excellent question. Does he have to sleep? I don't remember seeing anything about that in the rules.
If he functions as a mount, then yes, he does. If he functions more as a summoned creature, then his...
Well, he's a summoned creature because if he dies, he goes back to the plane. If he gets 0 hit points, he just vanishes back to his plane, and then I can summon him again.
He still falls under more of a creature, so he would need to sleep.
Maybe the spell says.
It doesn't say whether or not they need to sleep. I don't think. Let me check.
And
Maybe
this-
someone on Reddit knows the answer.
And this is where we find out there's a time limit to it.
You summon a spirit. Oh, it's a spirit that assumes the form of an animal. So it's a spirit.
Okay, so in that case, since it is considered a spirit and not a creature, for sleep it would not need sleep. Because it's
Excellent.
a spirit.
So it can watch. So it can keep watch all the time because it can also communicate telepathically with me. So we have a guard dog now. that is a raptor.
Okay. Is there a duration on that spell?
Nope. He stays until he hits 0 hit points, or I use the spell again to unsummon him. So I have to use if I want him to disappear, I have to use the spell slot again to make him disappear.
Oh, wow.
So if he ends up really far away from me, I have to use a spell slot to make him disappear. Wait. Never mind. I can do that as an action.
What?
But I have to, so I can dismiss him as an action, but then I can summon, then I have to use a spell slot to summon him again.
Ellen
And,
Streetman.
and the summoning cost takes 10 minutes to do. So basically, it's just like a spirit animal that follows me around until he drops the 0 hit points or I dismiss him. Which is
That's
fun.
handy.
It is very handy. Which is why the combat level can't be bigger than like a half, because if it was a better creature than that, it would be super OP.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be within 1 mile of you.
To communicate telepathically, but it can operate outside that distance, I think. But it can only communicate with me within a mile.
Yeah.
But it can also spy for us, which is why I made it a fiend, so that it would be less. If we were in undead territory, it would be less likely to draw attention to itself.
Okay.
That's one of the. So he was tactical. Also, it's awesome because he's like a flaming raptor. But you know,
Yeah.
potential infiltration purposes, or bluffing, or using minor illusion to make myself look like a ghoul or something riding a raptor, could totally pull it off. Then I'm just kidding. It's be ridiculous.
I think you need alter self for that.
Yeah. Probably. Anyway. So okay, he will keep watch then, and he'll be awesome.
Okay, so he's going to
And
keep
he'll-
watch.
And he'll make really loud screechy sounds, and also tell me to wake up when there's danger.
Okay.
And he has a +5 to his perception, which is also a pretty good perception check.
That's pretty good.
He's an ideal watchman. He's an alert predator.
Yeah. All right. In that case, you have your guard set up. Do you do anything else? Or do you just stare at the wall and... ignore food because it's like lunchtime.
Oh, it's lunchtime. Oh well, then we'll set up the guard when we're sleeping, probably.
Okay.
I
Or I
heard
could have
promises.
him. I could have him on. I could
I
have.
thought you
Yeah.
said your raptor was going to be our butler and get us some.
Well, I figured that might scare some people on that ship, so I changed my mind.
Oh, you should just do it anyway. A little scaring's never hurt anybody.
Well, I'll go get food since there's not much else to do.
Yeah, might as well.
But it
Why don't
would
we
be
just
way
go?
more fun to hear people screaming as the raptor went and got his hand.
I'm gonna go get food with Audric.
Okay. Okay.
Raise them
as-
back. You're just gonna lay there.
Hmm? Did you say something?
Yeah.
Okay. You two head out. And,
Oriana stays in the room.
okay. You stay in the room. Have a nice quiet time. It seems to be a lot more peaceful now. Audric, you and Katesh head on out. There's a nice commissary area. Lots of food for you to choose from. Already several people there. You can see Valasar in one of the corners, kind of quietly sipping on something, and Corso chewing down on a bone, a ham bone. Already, and you do see quite a number of people. There are a couple of humans down here. For this one, I will ask for a perception roll. Katesh, you need to make one. You get advantage on this.
Oh, goody. I'll still roll like
Am I
a
also
0.
perceiving something?
If you want, you may do so.
Oh my goodness! I rolled an 11, guys.
Okay, 11,
Oh, I rolled a 13.
13. Audric, you see a couple guys in armor. That's about it. They seem to all have similar symbols on their armor, but that's it. Katesh, you notice that the symbol on their armor is one you're familiar with.
What is that symbol?
It's a symbol of the Argent Dawn.
Oh, okay. Not the people I hate. Good to know.
You also do see one other gentleman who seems to be leading them with a different symbol on his particular shoulder. Just above the Argent Dawn insignia, he's got a small band of a Scarlet Crusade.
Alright, so we're gonna stay away from the Scarlet Crusade stupid people over there. Deal.
Scarlet Crusade, stupid people. Okay.
What about the Argent Dawn? They are.
Nah, but he's he said looked like he was in leading them.
Make a stealth roll. If you're going to sneak around, make a stealth roll. Katesh.
Well, I'm not really wearing an identifying insignia. I've got like my own symbol now, so like I don't care. Like,
No, this is something else.
well, I'm not sneaking around. I'm just not going to talk to those people.
Okay, so you're going to openly walk?
I'm just getting food, man.
Okay.
Right. So, do you know about the Crimson Idiots?
Yeah, what do I know about the Scarlet Crusade? Because I worked with the Argent Dawn and Gilneas, right? Those are the people that I worked with.
Yeah, you worked with the Argent
Who are
Dawn.
fighting.
That would be more of an intelligence check. It's not quite history since they're relatively recent.
$11.
You've heard some mention of the Scarlet Crusade, but just in name only. No real indication as to which way they lean politically or morally.
I'll just whisper to Katesh then. What's the deal with the Scarlet Crusade?
Right. So they're unforgiving, ruthless, merciless, do whatever it takes to defeat the undead. That's kind of their whole thing. So just no to them. Generally don't get along with them very much.
Do they know who you are?
Well, my sister's a member, so that is potential.
So that those people might recognize you?
Maybe. But, I mean, I haven't met them. They might, if they know another gnome that looks like me. My sister kind of looks like me. So maybe. I'll just keep my helmet on. Oh, also, I left Benedict I left Benedict behind.
Okay. Okay. You left Benedict behind. The gentleman in the with the red band seems to be watching you, Katesh.
Oh, great. Fun. Alright, so I'm just gonna grab food, and then we're gonna go back to the room, and it's gonna be fine.
As you start heading back to the room, he yells out, "There he is, boys. There's Dragon Fake. I got 20 gold that says he's a coward."
Right,
Well, hello there. Who are you, nice gentleman?
What about 20 gold? I heard something about 20 gold.
I don't know who you are, scrawny boy. Why should I give my name to you? But I know Dragon Fake over there. He runs away. I've seen him run away too, so kind of have an eyewitness testimony about this.
Sorry, do I know
I'm thinking
you?
to myself, well, he's not wrong, but we gotta keep a unified front against outsiders, so he's not gonna agree openly with this guy.
So, do I know you, sir?
I don't know if you do or not. I remember that day though. Run away like a scared chicken. Hid, didn't ya? Waited for the dragon to die. And now I hear
Just as a very point of information, everybody else died. Like, literally everyone was dead.
Okay.
So, my character is like, well, clearly you weren't there, so I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Audric, if you want, you can make an insight check. Katesh, if you want, you can as well. He just smiles back down at you guys and continues going, Dragon Fake.
I got a 10.
What is an insight check? Insight, is that a... Oh, it's another wisdom roll. Hey! Woo!
I'm the wise one.
Oh, I rolled a 4, guys.
You were certain that everybody died, but it's hard to tell with him. He's given a confident demeanor, and it seems
Yeah,
like
I assume that he has been talking to my sister and being stupid, so... I am walking back with my food. Have a good day, sir. Have fun.
Told you, boys. 20 gold said he was a fake. He's a coward. He's running. Told you he would.
If you want to go back and beat that guy up, I'll back you.
I mean, I could just whip out my sheriff papers and say they were impeding me and arrest them all. You want to arrest them? That sounds fun. We can come back with my raptor and Oriana and arrest them for impeding official dragon catching business.
That could be fun.
Let's do it. Let's do that. That sounds great.
Wait, dragon catching business?
Oh, yeah, I tell you? Yeah. I told. Oh, that was after you left, and I told Oriana. Lady Prester asked me to. If we find dragon eggs, she's trying to preserve dragon race. So if we find dragon eggs, we get paid a lot. Well, I get paid a lot of gold, and she made me a sheriff. So I have. Wait, does it apply in this district? Or do I have jurisdiction here?
I have
Don't think so.
Darn,
This
I don't
is
like
Darnassus and Druid.
I have jurisdiction
Druidic
here as
di-
the Night Warrior and a priestess of Balloon.
It's entirely possible your sheriff rank might hold sway, but it might not.
I think if the priestess and night warrior of the of the priestess of the loon says that I have jurisdiction, then she's granted me jurisdiction. That's how this is gonna work. We're gonna do it. We're going back to Oriana. We're gonna arrest these jerks. It's gonna be great. Or just the head guy. I don't care about the other guys. We're just gonna arrest the head guy. He's annoying.
As they come back to the room, they find Oriana has conned Benedict into a game of basically elven poker. It's something she learned it from some of the more underground, a little bit more, a little criminal, almost not quite criminal, but like sort of sordid druids who push the boundaries a little bit. She learned how to gamble from them when her dad was busy, and she's teaching Benedict how to do cards. It's working really well because fortunately he's smart, so they figured out a way to we figured out a way to communicate with each other.
You're smart enough to play cards effectively, though.
No, it's not effective. I'm winning. Oriana's winning every hand, but it's enough for her.
She's getting various beads and whatever feathers and scales that Benedict has that he's chosen to give up. They're old, dried stuff that he's done.
No, we're playing for jerky. I have rations. We're playing for jerky.
Oh, okay. In that case, Oriana has all the jerky.
Yes.
We walk in and I just say, "Guess what, Oriana? I think Katesha's a plan that you're gonna like."
All right, so there's this stupid Scarlet Crusade idiot out there spreading rumors about me, and I think
Rumors.
you,
What rumors?
a combination
I like
of the two, that we could arrest him, and it'd be a totally funny prank because he was making a bet with his other buddies, and I think it would just be hilarious to arrest him in front of them. It'd be pretty great.
Why? What rumors? What was he saying about you?
I think he was insinuating that I didn't kill the dragon. Ridiculous. Anyway,
Well, did you not kill a dragon?
I did kill a dragon. A dragon fell. Killed a dragon. A lot of people died. Okay, don't only talk about it. A lot of people died.
Then why is he
A
saying
bunch of
you're a
paladins
fake?
in. I have no idea. But also, my sister is part of the Scarlet Crusade and she hates me, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
So, let me see if I can get this straight. We're pranking a dude because he says you didn't kill a dragon and then bet everybody you're a coward?
Yeah, that sounds about right. He said it. He was running away.
And he said that I was
I figured it'd
scrawny.
be fun.
Oh, you said you were scrawny? Audric, come with me! And I get up and I scoop up the jerky and put it in my pouch.
Right. Alright, Benedict, you're gonna need to come for this. It's gonna be fun.
Alright, what's the game plan here? Are we going in as with me in the front? Because they're technically on a night elf ship and I am a priestess of the Loon and the night warrior, and I'm not exactly certain what that grants me because I didn't really ask the people before I joined out there on the ship, like what that really grants me as far as legalists. But I'm pretty sure if I hear him accuse, if we all witness him curse the Loon's name, that probably would get him put in the stocks pretty quickly.
I'm not sure I can get him to do that.
You
Good
don't
luck.
need to.
You seem
We have
really
three
good at it.
witnesses, and I'm a priestess of the Moon.
Oh, so you're saying we're just gonna lie?
It's like I prefer it. I prefer the term remembering differently.
Okay, whatever. I'm just figured it'd be fun to go back and prove him wrong. So that sounds fun. Audric seemed like he wanted to punch him in the face, so. Although, starting a brawl isn't really my move. Could be fun.
Follow me! And I lead them out towards where the rest are minutes.
Oh, okay.
No, Benedict, we're not gonna slash their throats.
He looks dejected.
You could roar at him and make him think you're gonna slash their throats, though.
It perks up a little bit after that.
See.
Alright, as you guys re-exit your room and head towards the commissary, you see your friend sitting with his friends, and he holds up another cup and goes, "Yeah, I thought so." And he lays down another 20 gold.
I cast prestidigitation to create faint musical notes around us. And the musical notes I am like is eerily familiar to the Imperial March as we're walking through.
Okay.
So we're trying to be the bad guys here, because I have a fiend raptor and you're playing a sinister song, and I'm not.
He called Audric skinny. There's no turning
Also,
back now.
you know, you gotta turn into a wolf now because he called you scrawny, right? That's gonna be a thing that happens.
That's a frivolity.
That's a.
His buddies
called you scrawny, though.
have each tossed in about 10 gold each, making the pot up to, let's see.
Hey!
Hey, guys. Just,
What exactly
you
are
still
they
standing
doing with
here?
this money?
Like, I wouldn't
Gambling,
really expect you to. You guys might want to get your money back, because, like, I was just going to, get my pet and my friend, and,
Hey, I hear you two are insulting my friends. Do you know who I am?
No.
I am the Night Warrior of Elune, Priestess of Elune, and you're gambling on our ship.
Okay.
Didn't I read somewhere that gambling is actually just a tithe to a loon that the Night Warriors do 50% of any gambling?
It's a good thing I'm wearing a helmet.
Gambling is only permissible if you tithe 10% of it, and since I'm the only priestess aboard, I guess that means me. So that I can use it for the poor and needy. Do you care about the poor and needy?
They all look at you and okay, it's gonna go down like this. Okay, I wasn't expecting this.
Well, we're all ridiculous.
Well, I was expecting the combat because I was gonna push for it, but not necessarily this. But okay.
There's no combat. What combat? There has been no combat here. No combat. There's no combat.
You see all four of them stand up, draw out their weapons. No.
Oh, they draw their weapons? Bonus action, I cast spiritual weapon. Let's do this.
Okay. Alright. Roll
Hey,
initiative.
No, you don't threaten the priestess of Elune on her own ship.
Roll initiative.
Night Warrior.
Can we not do this, guys?
Okay.
They're morons.
Why am I the voice of reason? My character has a low wisdom score. It's ridiculous.
You came down
Really?
and hoped that I'd do something.
I wanted to arrest, not get into combat.
I didn't say I
How
wanted
we arrest
combat.
them? They attack a priestess of Elune.
Well, she already
instant
cast a
arrest.
spiritual weapon, so it's too
No,
late.
'cause I cast it after they drew their weapons. I waited.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
drew their
see-
weapons, so then she drew her weapon. There's no fighting.
I don't see an initiative check for my steed. Is it just the dex score?
I think he just
Yeah,
he
yes.
just goes with you.
No,
Yeah,
he doesn't go with.
he
Does
is
he go
going
with me?
to because I don't want to track 1,000 different scores.
I got
Okay, he goes with me.
Sorry. Okay, so Audric has a 6.
I have a 4.
Tash has a here. What did Oriana get?
And 11.
That's kind of a rarity. Okay.
It's kind of crappy.
Katesh, go ahead and roll a d6. Higher the better.
Do I add anything to it?
Roll again. I'm not going to roll this time.
I rolled a 4.
Roll again. Okay, that'll
5.
Okay. Yeah, that'll put it like that because you guys are. You ended up having the same initiative as the people who you are fighting. Okay, go ahead and assemble yourselves up on the deck where you want. You can pick any spot over here. One spiritual weapon coming up.
Can I have just a stand-in blob from my awesome raptor?
Yeah, actually.
Hello, I am Benedict the Blob.
Let me look and see if I got a critter for you. Or you can put your spiritual weapon wherever.
Hola, me llamo Benedicto el Blabo.
No habla
I know what that means!
I have a raptor. Okay, you get a raptor. Boom.
Estoy aquí para matarse y comerse.
Get a raptor.
Nope, you lost me. No longer understand.
He said, I'm here to kill you and eat you.
Well, that was violent.
Okay.
Did you hear what he was saying to me earlier? Clearly. That's what he was saying.
He's the moron that picked on you.
Okay.
How close were we? We were near. Where were we?
Whoa,
Pick
what is that?
One of the squares. Pick one of the squares near here.
Oh, he doesn't have
What?
movement. I was hoping that the raptor would be able to, like, snarl or something.
Oh. Were you messing with it?
I was just looking at it.
So that's a yes.
This
Just
square.
right clicking on it to see if it has
Look at
multiple
something,
states count as
break it.
messing with it.
Those squares are within inside your room,
Just
so you might not
admit
want to
that
start
you have
there.
a fidgeting problem. I can fully
Oh.
admit that I have a fidgeting problem. That's why I have a fidget cube and a stress ball and a bunch of squishies and toys from McDonald's. I have a fidgeting problem. I just go take it out of my hand.
And Oriana,
What?
move your character.
Do you have a fidget spinner?
No, a fidget cube. I want a fidget spinner though. But I can't justify spending money on something that's stupid.
Move your token, Oriana, or I'm going to move her for you and then plop her down wherever the dice may say. Okay. No, you can't be riding the raptor. You were not expressly riding the raptor beforehand.
Get off of Benedict.
You were not expressly riding the raptor beforehand. That and
No, I was trying to get him in the square behind her.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot my AC is 20. What the? It's so ridiculous.
Your systems were great.
And you can place your spiritual weapon anywhere since you summoned it, and that's
I
what
did.
started combat.
I put it. Which one's the Joker that's saying all the things?
I'm assuming it's the guy with the red.
Yeah, I put it right in front of his face.
Okay.
She's like, he's coming towards us, and boom! There's a sigh in his face.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing he doesn't go first. Oriana, it is your turn.
Boom. Okay. So.
You rolled like an 11 and you get to go first? Wow.
Yeah, everybody rolled real terribly on this initiative, man.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
bad.
I really want to fight because I am a good individual. Are you gonna switch this to combat music? It's way too peaceful.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was
No
gonna-
fighting has happened yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
So,
that too, but yeah.
let's see. You said he's drawn his weapons, right? They've drawn their weapons.
Yes,
And they're
some
coming
of them.
closer.
Yeah, some of them mason shields. Another one has pulled out. The one in front has pulled out a giant mace.
Okay.
Remember when I said we should ignore these people?
I don't remember that.
Do you have like a little token or something I can manipulate?
Do you have a little token you can manipulate?
I need one.
I thought you did. You should have technically two.
I need like just like a ball or something.
Oh, a ball?
Yeah, like a dot or just something.
Just draw something with the pencil or something.
Oh.
It has to be movable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just erase it and redraw it. Or use Corso.
No.
Or you could summon one of your light spears. You use one of your light spears and make it a color.
Have a
Oh,
gold.
it's so cute.
Have a gold bar.
Have a gold bar. Ooh, schmancy.
Cool. Okay. Oh, I don't have permission to scale.
No, you don't. It's that's as small as it can go. So
On
Okay.
a raid somewhere that has gold, that's like that.
That's big. You know how much gold that? You know how much that's worth? That's insane. Steal
Hey!
it. He's so rich.
Because I'm trying to get him to. I'm just trying to scare him. So I cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Okay.
Where the gold bar is,
okay.
and it reaches out.
What's the range on that actually?
Okay, so you choose a 5-foot square of unoccupied space in the ground that you see within range. My range is 30 feet. A medium hand made from compact soil rises there and reaches for one creature you can see within 5 feet of it. Target must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage and is restrained to the spell's duration. So you need to make a strength saving throw. As I cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, I use the wood, the natural wood from the deck that's still living, and just use it to cast a wooden hand that grabs around his feet.
Okay. Ooh, that was close. What's your spell save? What was it?
He needs to beat a 15.
Aw, that sucks. Oh well. He did not. He got a
No,
13. Yeah.
he takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage, and he is considered restrained.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta roll my damage first. Oh, dang! That's 11 points of damage. And, let's see. Restrained. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. He's super screwed, is what it means. So,
Wait, I can. Ooh.
so that's my action.
Okay.
I do have a bonus action, but I don't want to slice him up yet. So as a bonus action, I just move. I just sort of have my spirit. So he's restrained, and I have my spiritual weapon with the blade part of it. Since it's a curved blade, I have it come down right on his neck. It doesn't touch his neck, since it's perfectly curved to go around his neck area, and I just kind of hold him there like this, like a blade chokehold, kind of like this, hovering next to him.
Okay.
at that, and I just look at him and I say, "It is unwise to challenge a priestess on her own turf. Alun is watching. I'd be careful about your next step."
Make an intimidation check. You do have advantage.
Yes.
So a little loud.
Sorry. Or are you talking about the music and not my crinkly bag?
The music, not your bag.
I didn't hear
Oh.
any crinkly bag.
Oh.
Oh,
cool. I
19? Yes, 19 plus 4, 23.
23. Alright. As your scythe takes up and it's positioned right there next to his neck, and the boat seems to come alive, the ship seems to come alive and grab onto him. He's kind of just like, and that's about all you get because it's not his turn yet.
No.
Okay. Alright, that puts it at your turn, Audric. Yeah.
Well, I guess we're going for maximum intimidation factor to stop this combat before it begins. So, I am going to use my action. Well, no, first. I'm going to move right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my action to cast Conjure Animals. And I'm going to cast 2 level 1 direwolves on either side of me. And then I'm going to use a bonus action to wild shape into a 3rd direwolf.
You can change your appearance, right? You can like do little cosmetic things to your direwolf. Because it would be super great to enhance this like Alun thing is if you like had it on your back, you had the crescent of Alun, like a white fur shape of the crescent of Alun on your back, like a white pigment.
Can I do that, GM?
Yes, I will let you go ahead and do that.
I'll do that.
Okay. Because I has you rules already. But yeah, and okay.
23 on my intimidation.
Yep, that's a pretty good one. All right.
I mean, admittedly, I'm pretty scary. He don't know. He's on an open ship. He don't know.
Yeah. You can tell he's terror is on his face. Yes.
And then my wolves are like popping up.
Is that going to be your turn, Audric?
Yeah, I'll just growl at him.
Okay.
And at the other people if they're reaching for their weapons.
Oh, they have their weapons out.
Okay, I'll growl at all of them.
Okay.
I growl at all of them.
Katesh, it is your turn.
Right, so we're going to have Benedict go first. He's going to kind of get like back up, get a running start, because he has ridiculous speed, so he can do that. And he's got pounce on this fool. So, you said attacks get advantage on him? Because he's...
Yep. Melee attacks do get advantage on.
Cause he restrained.
Okay. Sit there for a minute then.
Okay, so he rolled a 24.
Okay, that will hit.
Okay, make a DC 13 strength saving throw,
Oh, DC 13.
which is low, and he's probably going to succeed, but I tried.
No.
Oh no.
He
All
rolled
right.
the 3 plus 4.
So what has now happened is he got grabbed by this giant hand. There's wolves over. There's a sword put at his throat, and this raptor just jumps past the weapon and just like lands on him and knocks him prone. So he's now prone.
Yep.
I'm gonna have Benedict not do the actual damage. He's just gonna not. He was just knocking him over, and then he knocks people prone. He gets a free bite attack. So he's just gonna like put the jaws like right over this dude's face, like right over his neck, like just like bearing down on him. And then so he's just sitting there, waiting to do that if anybody tries anything stupid, because you can hold actions in this system, right? So he's gonna hold the bite action as a thing.
Yeah, he can hold the free action. Oriana, was your scythe at the front of his throat or at the back of his throat?
No, it's the front. So if he pounces down like that, he won't get hurt.
He won't get hurt. Okay, just double checking on that one.
Right.
Of order. Okay.
Right. So then Kadesh gonna walk over and just like rest his hammer on his shoulder and be like,
I expect to have no trouble from you all for the rest of the journey. Just leave us alone, please. I don't appreciate not spreading nasty rumors. We're here to do a job. Leave us alone.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
do I get an advantage?
With all that's going on, yes, you do.
Oh, that's good. They're good.
Well, the first roll was super good. Alright, well,
not so good.
first roll was good anyway. So I rolled what's my bonus? My persuasion's a +6. That's a 22 right there, folks.
Okay. Okay. You see them, the ones with the shields and the maces, put their shields and mace back up and raise their hands. No trouble. No trouble meant. No trouble meant. And they turn, and one of them reaches over to collect his gold, and they seem to be leaving the field of battle. The gentleman who has been intimidated and is currently being intimidated and is currently wetting his britches now because there's a raptor over his face.
And his feet are caught and he can't move.
Yeah, there's that very pointy clawed foot just on his stomach and a face. It's like dripping some spit on his face.
Yeah, he's
like his eyes are like a little bit on fire.
Yeah, he's. This is beyond him. He doesn't know what in the world you did, and from his point of view, it's more than likely your friends are more powerful than you are, but he's going to leave you alone. All right, Dragon, you can go about your business.
Not quite yet. Not until you say sorry.
For what?
Apologize for insulting my friends. And I raise my fist and
I'm sorry.
Okay, alright, Benedict. It's alright, you'll have to get your exercise in later.
And the raptor backs up, just kind of like just snarls at the guy on the ground just once, and then steps off and like clicks his claw on the ground his other claw like next to his face, and then just turns around and goes like trotting back to the room like la-di-da. Like, that was fun. We had fun.
I expect tea next time. That was fun. That would be a 6. That would be a 15 to escape the vine or the grasping hand.
What was it?
15.
Yeah, that my DC is 15.
Okay, so he would make it. Okay, and in that case, he scrambles away, reaches over, grabs his gold, and tosses you 5 coins, and then runs away.
I pick up the 5 coins, as that is my tithe that I'm owed.
I shift back to human form, but because I can keep my wolves around for an hour, I'm going to keep them around, and then I'll just
imagine them trotting after Benedict.
You hear a loud whistle over everything as it appears a large tauren has gotten a couple of plates and has put some food on it and has put them down on the ground for seemingly your particular summoned creatures. Audric.
Aw, man, Benedict's already back in the room.
He took off.
No, telepathically be like, hey, they're feeding the wolves. You should come back out here and steal some from them. Wait, see if they'll share. And then just like,
wait, this
as
is
soon
the
as,
first time I'm seeing the tauren, right?
He was in the back, so you didn't. Your focus wasn't really on him. But yeah, it's your first time.
Okay, so I desummon my weapon. I put away Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. I look at the Tor and I'm like, what are you? You look like a cow. I've never seen anything like this before. I'm Oriana. I'm a 9th elf. What are you?
So you see Benedict come sprinting back out of the room like, ooh, food. And then he hears you ask that, and then he's also like, I want to know about the cow people.
I just give Benedict a little pat in the head as he comes up near me. I'm determined we're going to be friends.
Okay. The cow person, as you call him, pulls out another plate and sets it down for Benedict. A little bit higher so it's not on the ground, so he doesn't have to adjust his neck quite as much. And he looks and says, well then, it appears you have done well in keeping bloodshed from happening on my boat.
I'm a priestess, it's what I do.
Hello, priestess.
Hey, send it to our boat? Yeah, I thought you were the chef.
I enjoy cooking.
Oh, well. Yeah, sorry about that.
I do too. In fact, I have a cooking kit. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe you could give me some tips. Some of this stuff is old and dented, and I could use some replacements. Maybe we could do a good swap. I could give you something in return, maybe some blessings, maybe a prayer, maybe, I don't know. But also, before we get to that, we'll get into that later, what are you?
I am a Tauren, particularly a Tauren druid. That's one of the reasons why the ship goes to Moonglade. Is because I managed to pull some strings to get it together.
That is very interesting. A Tauren. What is the Tauren?
I am also a druid. Nice to meet you.
Curious. It's good to meet another one, fellow brother.
So you're the one who built the ship?
You could say that. I had some
crew,
help.
Crew of the ship.
Yes. I did.
It's an impressive vessel.
I had some help. It is hard to get wood to obey your commands when you're working with so much. I had quite a few druids help me on this one. It took a few years, but it was worth it.
Yes, it looks very masterfully created.
Well, thank you. I take great pride in my handiwork, so to say. So, you were talking about cooking implements? Well, pull them out. Let me see them. Let's see what's up.
She just jumps the whole pack on the table.
Wait. Like introductions and introductions, please. I'm Katesh Lightpierce. Good to meet you. This little tiny.
He puts his hand. Yeah, it's the situation of, like,
he has small hands.
Tiny hand being grabbed by big hand like that, and it's like most of your arm is engulfed in his hand as he gently shakes your hand. Dakota Fortotum. A pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Audric, Oriana.
Hello. I'm glad that you are aboard my ship, and that we can assist you in whatever ails you and whatever purpose you have for Moonglade. Hopefully peaceful.
Well, peaceful in the sense that we're not going to cause any trouble for the Moonglade, but we're trying to remove trouble that's already there.
Curious turn of phrase, but I can see your point. And he goes to work on the pans, and it seems that his hands, the metal just seems to fold the way his hands manipulate the metal, and it just, you can't tell if it's raw strength or if he's using druid magic or something, but it just, your pans seem to be in better condition than what they were when you first got them.
Ooh. Wait, so if you're a cook and you look like you're a cook, it looks like your race probably likes cooking. I bet you've got some special spices I've never heard of. Do you have any that you could possibly share? I'm always interested in new spices in order to make new foods because everybody knows you can turn one bland piece of like goblin whatever and get one spice, and it's amazing.
Yes, I have quite the collection of spices. If you wish to look, come back here.
I do.
And he leads you back to us. Well, quote unquote, leads you back. He lets you behind the bar, and you can see he's got a spice rack about 12 feet wide, about 10 feet tall.
Wow.
And it is filled with various spices all along the way.
You don't skip on the food here.
No, we do not. And I'll take my gold bar back.
I saw what it said on it. It has a weird label on it.
Yeah, it does.
Have you read the surface of it?
No.
It says 99% sexy gold. Carved onto the surface.
Yeah! Nothing but the best.
That's hilarious.
That's curious. But okay, yeah.
Kyrat just lets it go past him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, he showed you to the spice rack area. It's part of the whole commissary area, kind of an open air, almost a hibachi style grill area.
I want one of everything.
That may be a little too much for you to afford. Tell you what, you can pick 3 spices of your choice, whichever one you want.
I look for the 3 with the most ridiculous names.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Oh yeah, I'm doing so well tonight, guys. That's a 21.
Okay, you find several bottles down on one on the very bottom shelf, another one on one of the upper shelves, whose name can't rightly pronounce, but they're the most extravagant sounding name you've ever seen.
That one, and that one.
Go for it. He offers
Really?
He offers you to go ahead and pick them up. Take them as a gift.
Thanks. You are pretty awesome for a Tauren man.
A Tauren, yes. It's one of the many species on Azeroth. You will find in your journeys that there are more than just humans and night elves and gnomes.
Don't I have a bag of holding?
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah, I just never put it in my inventory. I put the spices in the bag of holding in order to make them safe. And I'm gonna now put my bag in holding.
Okay. So, fellow druid, what brings you out here?
I was actually just looking back at my notes because I was going to ask him if he knows whoever we're supposed to talk to, but I forget who that is. Let's see here. When was that? Was that before? What session was that? Oh, okay. Here's the ingredient. It must be this one.
Oh, there it is.
Where is it?
Oriana.
Oh, wait. No, this is a
Willow
different-
bark.
Willow bark?
Yes.
Ah, here we go. Yes. Irenia willow bark.
Oriana willow bark. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you and goes, I know Oriana. It's been a while since I've had to stay in the dream for a bit, but she makes it much more comfortable.
Yes, well, we have to go into the Emerald Dream to rescue my teacher.
Ah, so little thing of rescuing him. I'm guessing he fell asleep in the dream and is unable to come out.
Yep.
That's one of the only reasons why you'd have to talk with Oriana. She is very gifted, very knowledgeable. She's the one you would want to talk to.
That's good to hear. Well, we're going to be on your ship for a week, so if there's anything that we can do for you, just let me know.
Oh, don't worry. If you're on my ship, you are my guests.
Speaking of guests, who the heck are those bozos and how do they get on here?
Well, same as you, they agreed to pay, and they were making a pilgrimage, I believe, to Moonglade. I'm not certain what their pilgrimage entailed, but it's what they wanted.
They seem like rough idiots. I'm not sure their IQ is very high.
Well, to start a fight on my ship, yes. They were not really smart about that. And Katesh, as you were being quiet and just kind of looking around, you noticed that there were pieces of the ship kind of laying back down flat at about this time. You have a feeling that he has full command of the ship to an extent that you
Noted.
it might dazzle you to know the control he has over the ship.
Noted. So if anybody if he gets under undead control, we're gonna have some serious problems on this ship. Noted.
That's a
also,
valid point to make.
I changed Benedict's eye colors. You should save him as a separate object. He has glowy orange eyes now. He's super cool.
Okay. Okay, you've named him. Okay. Sweet.
I named him and I gave him the tinting only changed his eye color, so I changed his eye color to an awesome glowy orange color.
He is now
It wasn't that color to start with?
as an individual object. I don't believe so.
No, he did not.
It was orange or
that
red,
color.
wasn't it, to start? It looked that way.
Let me pull open my...
They're not as. It wasn't as bright.
Oh, okay.
Now they're glowing.
That's the original.
So they're much dimmer. They blend in with the color scheme. Now they're all intense and glowing.
Yeah, the original is more fire color. Benedict's is more flame.
Demonic evil fiend color.
Yep.
Anywho.
Well, yep, sorry we had to cause trouble there. Scarlet Crusade does that occasionally.
Yes, that's what I've noticed. That's the third crew I've taken on with those colors. I'll know now not to let them aboard.
The third, did they all go to the same place?
We only go to Moonglade to begin with.
So there's a bunch of Argentine or Crimson Blood, whatever, paladins, just
Scarlet
going to
Crusade.
Moonglade. Whatever. They're just traveling there.
Well, yes, Moonglade has quite a few rare alchemical ingredients in the land. That and
But I didn't think we let anybody in besides druids. And those who druids vouch for.
that's where I come in. I vouch for them. But
Well, that was
no
a mistake on your part.
True. I won't be vouching for them any longer.
Why did you vouch for them in the first place?
They paid well.
Well,
I don't
Well,
know.
that seems like a very low bar for
Technically-
druid secret.
but
I'm not
technically
gonna lie.
a
Look, I'm not
druid
trying to get on you. I'm not. It's just my dad was a druid, and saying, like, he took his deity super sacred, and I'm a priestess, and I take my duty pretty. Seems like you're just cashing it out for gold. Again, no offense, man.
You do realize that all of this gold goes back to the druids in Moonglade?
Right, but yeah, but see, this is the problem. Then you get stupid.
Yes. Occasionally we get stupid.
I mean, technically, they are a paladin organization. They just happen to be a ridiculous paladin organization.
Yes, that is true.
So, it's not like he led aboard like some crazy demon summoners or something.
No, but he led aboard ruffians.
Well, I mean, they weren't probably ruffians when they gave him the money.
I don't know, they seem pretty loud and gambling on board.
Okay. I mean, thank you for the food. Thank you for everything. We will try to minimize chaos for the next week. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And don't
Yeah,
worry.
thanks for the food and the spices. I take a
Oh.
plate of food.
Anytime. And also, on my ship, it's my rules. Not Aloon's. Not anyone else's.
You can tell that to a loon. And I walk downstairs.
As he was saying that, you noticed a portion of the floor open up in front of you. And you watch as there's somebody in red falling.
Wait, what?
Somebody in red what?
In
Where?
red. Falling.
Falling?
Out of the ship.
Wait, the Scarlet Crusade guy just got dumped out of the ship?
Dakota has full control over the ship.
Isn't that murder? Because that person's so gonna drown!
You notice, if you stand there gazing, a few seconds later, there's a large pillowy cloud appear underneath them, or above them, and you notice the cloud, but they disappear.
I still shrug my shoulder. I mean, you can say all he wants. There's a goddess watching, and I just go and take my food.
You get the hint that there was a parachute that was attached to him as he left. For those who care to investigate or think about it.
I touched you.
Huh?
He's like, I'm not sure I would have done that, but he seems fairly pleased that he's not on the ship anymore. He's like, I thought he was probably gonna, halfway through this week muster up the courage to try and start something again, and now he's not here. So like, this is great. I'm good. Yeah, he's happy. He's like, all right, let's do this. You go into the room and eat the food that they got before.
Okay. As you guys walk back, you notice that there's still roughly 30 gold or so still left on the table. The Scarlet and his friends were at.
Wait, aren't his friends still on the ship?
Seem to be.
And they're just leaving the gold there?
Yeah. There was a couple of people who just kind of scared the holy bejeebus out of them, so... Are you going to go back for your change?
I'll grab the gold.
Okay.
Oh, I'm back.
I'm a paladin, okay?
I think
I
Audric, the
played the
druid from the wilds, was gonna be like, no.
Yeah, I'm a paladin. I'm not going to just take other people's gold off of a table because I figured they'd probably come back for it once they got over their fear.
I mean,
of
technically,
being
yeah,
off
that's
the
true.
death
Between
of
all
the
the
wild
three of
animals.
us, he's the least attached to something.
Okay. Audric, if you take the gold, you have 30 more gold.
I mean, I told him that the tithe for Aloon is 50% for the Night Warrior, so...
Yeah,
But then she said 10%.
She did say that.
correct.
She underbid. She undersold the bid.
Well, he said, see, the key to that was that he said it like I heard something once and I was correcting him to show it, like, yes, you heard, but it's actually this. I was clarifying for him.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm supposed to be chaotic good. Am I going to grab this gold or not?
Yeah, chaotic good totally would grab that gold.
My character's neutral,
He's
neutral,
like,
so...
yeah.
If they're like, hey,
Look
you
at
stole
that
my
gold.
gold, I'll just be like, oh, I was just keeping it safe so that no one else would wander
No,
off with it
chaotic
before I
good looks at
allocate.
that and be like, those people weren't using it for good purposes anyway. I'll use it to help people. And it's fine.
It's up to you.
Okay, I'll grab it.
Okay.
When you get parachuted out and we have to come rescue you and the mission gets derailed by, like...
I mean, I'm obviously gonna come save him no matter what, so...
It's fine. Everybody will just die. It's okay. We're not, like, on the clock or anything.
Something like that. Anyways, as you guys return back to your bunks, the meal seems to be quite lovely, very delicious. This particular druid knows what he's doing, knows how to handle himself around fire and cooking implements, and seems to be really well. Really good meal. Benedict is very well pleased and has been telling you about all the flavors he's noticed and hints at every single spice that he could find.
As for eating, I look at Tash and I say, so I'm just gonna, like, pose a question here and assume you talk to Benedict through your brain?
That wasn't a question, but yeah.
Okay, so you know that I can use this power called message. Could I just, like, message your brain and then and you just relay back what he says to you through your brain, and then that way I can just talk to Benedict?
I don't think no, because you'd only be able to hear my thoughts, not...
Right, exactly. So you would hear Benedict in your mind, and then you just think what he said back to me.
Why can't you just use message on Benedict?
You can just talk to him.
That would be less complicated and not as fun.
All I know is that combo that we just did seemed like it worked pretty well. Like, whenever we don't want to get into a fight, I think we should just do that. That seemed to work pretty well.
People get super suspicious and scared when you invoke a goddess you follow. And you're the priestess of that goddess.
And you have a giant hand grab them, and then a raptor jump on top of them, and a weapon, and
the
dire wolves
scythe
growling
and
at
3
you.
wolves.
Yeah, that tends to be, and I didn't even pull out my hammer. Like, I just rested it on my shoulder. Like,
and people look at us and they just see 3 of us. We have a lot more with us than that.
That was a good combo.
Yeah, it was fun.
But we died. Sorry, Benedict.
He looks down a little dejected, but is still...
I mean, not to be totally morbid and creepy, but he could probably go chase those dire wolves and kill them. I mean, they're just summoned creatures.
No.
No.
Besides,
He's
the
looking
dire
around.
wolves
He's
could
like,
take him.
he was like, yeah, he's like,
The
like,
dire
cause,
wolves
like the
could-
dire wolves are chilling out. Like, he's been kind of like hanging out by him and like, kind of like, ground.
Oh, you become friends with the...
They're
Look,
bros.
you seem sad that something didn't die. I was just trying to make you better. It's fine. If you want to be friends with the direwolf pups, that's your thing.
He is friends with the dire wolves.
They are pretty cute, though, and I go up to the direwolves and I shake their... and I scratch their little ears and I scratch their
They
bellies.
bite your face off.
So they're Audric's direwolves. They wouldn't hurt me. Duh.
Oh.
Audric, if you so desire, you may have her. You may have Oriana roll a animal handling check.
No, that's fine. They'll be friendly. They're just spirits anyways. They're not actually wolves.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're like they're kindred spirits with Benedict.
I'll just be like, if those were wild wolves, you would want to be careful. But those are actually just spirits in the form.
Oh, hush. You're always putting the fun out of things. Come here, little squid. I'm going to call you
Definitely
Fuzzy. And
Benedict.
I'm going to call you Guppy. Fuzzy and Guppy. And then you scratch your ears.
He just likes to talk like he's been a raptor forever, but that's not actually true.
Oh, it's not? What was he
No,
before?
He's a fiend. He's just, like a spirit. So, I mean,
Wait, what were
he
the wolves
likes
named?
this form.
Guppy and what?
No, Guppy.
Oh,
Like a
Guppy.
fish. Guppy and Fuzzy.
And Fuzzy, okay. Well, when I was talking to him before, he seemed to have memories of being a raptor or something, and lots of people dying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just his fiend self translated to raptor form now that he's a raptor. So I think
Interesting.
his memories are of when he was a fiend, more just a non-raptor fiend. But it's a little fuzzy because of the transformation procedure. I didn't really control. It's kind of like his nature sort of determined. When
You're a little fuzzy.
So before you summoned him, was he evil?
Oh yeah, 100%, definitely.
Is that risky?
No. The procedure, no, he's good. He's fine now. He's mine.
I see.
And we're going to be dealing with a lot of evil things, and I can communicate with him with my mind. And I figured if we have something that registers as like an evil spirit, and we're dealing with evil stuff, maybe he'll be able to roam around less suspiciously. Because my other options were to summon like a celestial or something, and that the undead and everybody are really going to notice.
Oriana is now trying to throw jerky in the air and see if Benedict will jump and catch it.
No, he's gonna flick it with his tail at the wolves and hit him in the face.
Oh, that was a good trick.
It's about at this point that you notice that both Guppy and Fuzzy fade.
It's been an hour already?
And then it just
Yeah.
poof, and it just hits the wall behind, and then Ben just looks around and he's just like shrugs, runs over, eats the jerky.
Ori pouts. Aww.
Duration of an hour.
Audric, your puppies went away.
Yeah.
But but Benedict definitely was, a fiend, so he was not a good. Now he's doing good. So he's kind of my spy on the inside.
Well, that's
And he's really useful for scaring people.
Does he think he's a spy on the inside? Because he seems to think he's a raptor.
I mean, he knows he wasn't. He knows what he is now, which is my loyal companion.
Audric's my loyal companion. I had to tame him from the wild too, so I understand where you're coming from.
So what deity do you follow?
I mean, that's a good question.
Kind of murky on that whole,
How could you be?
Like,
No, I don't know. How
I
could you
don't
possibly
think you
be a
can be
paladin?
murky.
It's like
I think I can do
paladin.
that.
From paladins is like direct line. I know. I actually have friends who are paladins.
Katesh, in this
I want to. Can I roll insight? Because he's being evasive.
yeah, he is.
Sounds like someone is trying to keep secrets.
Katesh, if you want, you may roll either persuasion, deception, or whatever you want. Send me the results.
Won't everybody see it anyway?
You
Am I
can
supposed to roll it secret?
Yeah, if
don't
you
press
want,
the
you
button.
can roll it secret. You don't have to push the button.
Just roll the manual die.
Well, he can also roll a die on his desk, and I'll take his
that's
word
true.
for it.
Oh no! I got a 9.
I got a 19.
The dice tower.
We're good.
The
That's
dice
good.
tower. Oh. Okay, wait, hang. Okay.
Gareth, he's using the dice tower. Quick, go peek.
No, that's cheating.
I know it's cheating. I was just trying to get you to do it.
I have a marvelous little setup here, so it's okay. Okay. Oriana, what did you roll?
19.
Okay. He seems to be telling the truth.
The truth that he's fuzzy about what deity he serves?
Look, you think you have to serve like a specific deity? Like the paladins are like, we're like one organization. Like, but like some people follow some deity. Like it's a giant. Like not everybody inside this follows the same. Anyway.
Exactly. Not everybody follows the same deity. So which one do you
why
follow?
do you have to follow one specific one? I chose not to follow a specific one.
What's your power then?
Mix of. I don't know how it works. I just have it.
Who do you pray to? What do you believe in?
Well, okay. Step one.
I mean,
if all of them
can
can
me,
give
I
power,
want a t-shirt
you
that
can't
says, I believe in a moon.
something else because they clearly all exist, right? So, like, they all know that I know they all exist, so they all give me power. I don't, whatever. Like, I don't care what they're doing. I know what they want me. Like, I'm gonna go fight evil things. That's how it works.
So you don't really know.
Well, knowing that a god exists doesn't make you a paladin.
Right, but I fight
Only
evil.
serving a god makes you a paladin. So which god do you serve?
I serve defeating evil.
I serve defeating evil too, but I'm not a paladin.
Right, but you're not awesome. I'm awesome, so I'm a paladin.
I know I'm awesome because I'm called the Night Warrior because my goddess like directly controls and influences what I do.
Look, like we have oaths, like then
What's your oath?
That is private.
So
And
we're
asking your
supposed to
mother's middle
respect
name.
your private stuff, but you don't respect our private stuff.
It's Oath of Redemption. Okay, family, not super great.
I think we've timely touched the nerve here. So we have somebody who's calling you Dragon Faker, and now you won't tell us what god you serve or what oath you swear.
I just said Oath of Redemption. Did you not hear my word? I just said that.
No, I didn't actually. I was busy trying to catch you in a lie. But
Oh,
What's the Oath of Redemption?
so
I'm asking the GM. Do I know that what that is? Have I heard of that before?
You need to serve a god. Like you're a priestess. I'm not. I serve goodness. I'm not tied to a specific deity. That's not how it works. Okay.
I beg to differ. My friend Sebastian's a paladin, and he serves the light.
You would have to make a
That's
history
just in
check
general,
on that one.
not being evil. And
No,
paladins
the
take
light is a
oaths.
specific deity that the humans worship. There's also, I mean, from my perspective, we all think it's secretly
I
a loon.
got
We just don't tell the humans.
15.
Right, so if they're all the same. Okay.
You've heard of
And
that
that-
particular oath, but other than meeting some paladins that are under that oath, and you don't know the specifics. Paladin orders do tend to be kind of secretive about the oaths, because each of the oaths, are very personal and dear to that particular paladin.
Right. I don't know what's hard to believe. Don't serve a specific god. We take an oath to uphold a certain moral good. That is what the paladins do.
So then how did you start becoming a paladin? What motivated you?
That is a really complicated story, and I'll tell you later.
We literally have a week to do nothing. This is later.
Right. No, I'm going to bed.
Wait, no! I demanded bedtime, sorry!
Did I
I
tell you
will
about
love you
this
all
one
night.
time that one of my wolf friends, who we called Three Legs for this very reason, is because one time he decided that he could hunt a deer using only 3 legs, and he walked around all winter trying to only walk on 3 legs, and then he never caught a single deer.
No, you haven't told me that story. How did it end?
He died.
It ended with him having to well, you see, it's really hard for wolves to walk with just 3 legs, so he got me to tie one of his legs to his body so he couldn't use it. And then at the end of the winter, he gave up in defeat, and then I untied the bandage, and then he was shamed for the tribe, so he had to do all the dirty work for the rest of the year.
Wouldn't his leg have kind of atrophied?
Yeah, he didn't really think that through, but yeah. But after he was done, like, digging all the holes and cleaning out everybody's dens, then he was right back to normal at the end of that, because it was a lot of manual labor.
Your wolf pack sounds really weird.
Yeah. Sounds weirder than all the paladins I hung out with.
Yeah.
Kind of gave up on the whole order of paladins and kind of just started doing my own stuff because people were dumb.
But you're not even a part of an order. You're literally a paladin who's got the Oath of Redemption and just wanders around doing his own thing.
Well, I was part of Audric Dawn, but, you know.
You were?
Yeah.
Why aren't you anymore?
Because they were dumb. Actually, no, I think... So, someone didn't like me, framed me for something, got me kicked out, decided not to go back.
What did they frame you for? Slaying dragons?
No. No, they, they framed me for... Wait, hang on.
They framed me for...
This is a very traumatic memory, so I suppress it, so...
Okay. Right, so, they framed me for counterfeiting Argent John seals and selling them for people so they could claim to use them. Like, somebody was giving these seals out to people so they could, like, fake official notices from Argent Dawn so they'd have the authority of the paladins or whatever. Framed me for it. Couldn't convince them.
Were you able to prove it? Was it wrong?
No, couldn't really. No. There was this one guy who was one of the heads, like, he didn't like me, so he just kind of took that and ran with it, and it was too late to kick me out. Ended up being in jail for a while, decided not to go back, because they were dumb, so...
You've been in jail?
Yeah.
That actually doesn't surprise me.
And then I decided that if the Paladin Warriors were that dumb, I could do a lot more good on my own, so I never tried to go back.
So what's the good you've been doing?
I've been going down different villages out in the Plague Lands, trying to help people. Fend off undead. So when I train them how to do it, so when I leave, they don't just die. The problem with heroes, it's not with the paladins. They go wherever they go. They don't help the people. They just go and clear out some evil, and then they leave again. Or they stay there and occupy for a while, and then they sort of just hang out, and then you get people like the Scarlet Crusade that kind of radical, and they like to control things, and it's this whole power complex. And long story short, I don't like most paladins.
I like paladins. I spent a long time in Stormwind.
Yeah, it's really the clerics that you gotta look out for.
Oh, well,
What's wrong with the clerics?
Yes, the clerics. Yes, the clerics are worse. Generally. Well, that's usually because they're smarter and they know what they're doing.
I mean, that's true.
And they're evil. Well, some of them are evil.
Yes. Well, my sister is a
cleric.
cleric in the Scarlet Crusade. So yes, I agree with that sentiment completely.
So your sister's a cleric?
Yeah.
And you think she's evil?
She wants to kill our father. So yeah.
Well, maybe your dad's not a great guy.
He's mediocre.
See?
But she's not up on the whole, like, redemption thing, and I took the Oath of Redemption, and she just wants to straight up kill him, so I'm not on board with that.
So is your life goal then to redeem your dad?
Well, that's probably, he's out living in the Plague Lands, and so he's kind of stuck with whatever he's got. So, unless we can find a cure to the plague, he's probably going to keep doing what he can to survive.
Which is...
Well, he was a cleric, and then he started realizing that some darker magic could help him stave off things longer, so he's sort of
an evil cleric.
Well, sort of.
What is your sister's name exactly?
Nero is her name. Why?
Well, I was just wondering whether she was one of the evil clerics that any of my siblings have run into in the past.
Your siblings have run into evil clerics?
Yeah, that's why I said you gotta look out for clerics.
Well, you do have to look out for clerics, especially my sister. Like, you like accidentally say like one wrong word, she'll like try and kill you for like being evil or something. Scarlet, sorry to say, not great. Okay, not great. She tried to get me to join because she's all like, Arch and Dawn is a bunch of wussies. Like, they don't actually deal with problems. They just try and help people. And she's all like, we gotta go to the source and kill everything. I'm like, well, there's some people are gonna get caught in the crossfire, so... Anyway, don't get along with it.
Well, I suppose that's a sufficient bedtime story.
And with that, each of you settle down for the evening and fade off to sleep in your own ways. Valisar eventually comes back. It takes a while, but he eventually makes his way back and quietly finds a spot in one of the corners and doesn't sleep on the bed. Corso, however, takes up residence right in front of the door and blocks it from being opened. And your night closes out for a nice, peaceful, what seems to be short voyage. Alright, and with that, we're going to go ahead and close it down. Thank you guys for joining us. Those of you who are checking this out on YouTube, it'll be like 2 weeks after this. Sorry, but I'm not going to be around to push the buttons to make it go on, to go live. So we'll get this up on YouTube as soon as possible, but it's going to be a little bit. Anyways, hope you guys have a good evening, and God bless.